So we're talking about the police out there, and everybody's wondering, why are people so hard on the police, especially police? They're like, we're trying to do our jobs. What are you talking about? We're out there doing what we're supposed to do. Are you really, though? Are you really? We got to, come on. There's a reason why we're here at this point. There's a video right here, and you know what? I could tell you what it is. I'm not going to describe it. Just listen. The story speaks for itself. I'll just say this. It involves a drunk driver, 2 wrecked cars, and the police. That should be the end of the story, right? We know what's going to happen with that situation. Do you really, though?
Witnesses say it was very apparent to them that he was a DUI. Officers, when they responded, they literally let the guy just walk off. And you're watching.
Well, at least he's wearing a mask. At least he's being responsible. Maybe I was too harsh on the guy. And you know what is funny? Ain't that a goddamn shame, Oz? After watching these idiots over here in that video where all these people didn't want to wear a mask.
Yeah.
And this drunk guy cannot drive, but he can keep his mask on.
After watching these dipshits right here who are not wearing masks, and then you got this drunk driver, ain't that a goddamn shame after seeing stupid people like that? You're like, oh, well, at least this guy had his mask on. He's not so bad.
He's not so bad.
Barely able to stand up after he crashed into multiple vehicles.
Completely intoxicated.
Katie.
Intoxicated. You should say he's completely intoxicated.
Poisoned.
Poisoned.
She and others were stunned when police simply let the man go.
This is insane. This guy is definitely...
Well, the world just...
Wow. He's lit.
Look at him, bro. The world just spinning right now, just shaking. He's in the middle of an earthquake right now. People, they let this man just walk away.
Why?
That's the question. Why?
You're obviously intoxicated. He could barely even walk. It's infuriating.
At this point,
it's funny because I like the way the cops obviously did not give a shit about this person. Because at first I thought well, maybe he's related to a cop, or he's a family friend of the cops, or he's the son or relative of a politician. But usually
the mayor, Chet said.
Or the mayor. But what would happen is the cops would actually give him a ride. They would give him a ride home. They let this fool walk in the middle of traffic.
Green light, and
they let him walk into traffic.
Look at him.
I don't know if the cops didn't want to do any paperwork, and they just thought they were hoping that he would fall into a manhole or something.
A Looney Tunes shit.
Yeah, some Looney Tunes shit. He ends up walking on a building, with the girders going up and shit. So I don't know what happened, man. I don't know if the police just didn't want to be involved, so he just hands off. They didn't want to arrest him because he's somebody, but they didn't want to be involved with him either, so they just let his ass go. I'm very confused about this, man.
Blackie Chan asked you, Corey, you ever been that drunk?
Yeah.
Is that a question?
Man, my wife, I told this story the other day. I was doing the Halloween party that we had. When I was dressed like animal, I was so drunk that night. We were at this taco place, and I got up to go to the bathroom, and her brother-in-law said, look at this motherfucker. He's going to the kitchen. I started to walk to the kitchen looking for the bathroom. She had to go catch me and walk me to the bathroom so she could hold me up while I throw up.
I was gonna let him throw up by himself, but then I saw he looked so bad. I was scared he can fall off and hit his head on the toilet or something. I stayed in there and watched him throw up all the rainbow colors.
Yeah, I don't know what I had that night, but I threw up Fruity Loops and Fruity Pebbles that day, man. And of course, everybody's saying, what if he was black? That's always going to be the question right there.
Of course.
That's always going to be the question. With him being drunk, she probably would have swayed into one of them. They thought it was assault and shot his ass.
Oh, yeah. He would have been dead.
Yeah.
The way the climate is now, how, you see these different videos of things going on. Yeah. You get a little bit inside of you. You get a little that courage, that liquid courage.
That liquid courage, yeah.
You start talking back. You start, running to your car to look for something. It's a wrap. You're done.
Look at this, people. I don't know, but look at this. He's drunk, and I guess he's so drunk that nobody's really considering him a threat. But sure. I mean, I can't help but think if that'd been a person of color reaching in a car like this, being that drunk,
responding LAPD,
they at least would have beat the shit out of him.
Done.
And tonight, LAPD confirms they're investigating what happened and didn't happen here.
Yeah, come on, dude. Where are the cops?
Right there. They ain't doing shit.
Doing what they do, nothing.
Yeah, it's right there, not doing a goddamn thing.
Is LAPD giving any kind of response? Because, I mean, anybody in the right...
Because that was my car.
They are telling us is that they've launched this investigation, so clearly they're not going to launch an investigation unless they feel there's maybe something off there.
I'd like to know how that works out. And look, when they say they're doing an investigation, they ain't doing shit.
Yeah, sure.
Tell you that, right?
You stay on top of that, Chad, whatever his
Yeah.
name is. Stay on top of that.
Yeah, man.
Let us know.
Shit, you'd be
Right.
better off doing a story about Bigfoot.
Exactly. Or that leprechaun in the tree.
Oh, that leprechaun, you'd be better off finding a leprechaun in a tree than getting answers for this. You know what? I tell you, man. This is why we need RoboCops.
This guy's really good.
He's not a guy, he's a machine.
RoboCop has no friends. RoboCop
Has no emotion.
He has no relatives. His friend is the law. You know, if we had RoboCops, he'd take care of that shit because, apparently these cops have these biases or these weird explanations or something that keeps them from doing their job. Or maybe this dude was just stupid that day. I don't know, but there's no way that this dude should have just walked away. I tell you, in Texas, I don't give a who you are. They might let you go at the station, but you're gonna get carried away. I keep hearing this whole thing that people are complaining. Well, see, and that's what you get when you want to defund the cops. They don't want to do their job. And it's like, well, didn't this shit happen in the first place because the cops weren't doing their job? Or at least not correctly? When you out there shooting people in the back, putting your knee on their necks, breaking into their houses, shooting them, and there's no follow-up or any arrest. I think that they weren't doing their jobs long before we got to this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how much extra budget do they need? They were already there. The guy was there. Just take the guy, put him in the car. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, this whole thing about defund the police, we wouldn't have to say any of this shit. And people always come in, they say, one of the big arguments is that they have is, you know what they say, man? Well, if you get into trouble, who's the first person you gonna call? The police. Yeah, you goddamn right I am, because that's their job. And I tell you what, I'm gonna pray they come up when they get there, they don't start tripping on me.
Yeah. Now you gotta think about that now.
Yeah.
Or you can call Ghostbusters.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. You know what, people, we could keep going, but what can top that right there? Right? that just settles the whole argument right there, people. You could just if Ghostbusters had been there, everything would have been fine.
They would do more than those guys for sure.
That is true. They probably would have done more than those guys. People, words of wisdom right there. Should have called Ghostbusters. I can't top that sage advice right there. So we have to move on.
We must move on.
As the kids say, facts. Preach. What do you think, Pixie? No, you don't have to put, babe, we were having a good time. You don't have to put that on. All right, well, you got it. Tell you what, if that guy ever drives again,
Yes.
And he would.
and he will,
Next day.
Oh, yeah.
he would next day, it looks like.
He's like, I have a hangover. Shit.
Yeah, it's a good thing I got another car at home.
I keep that one.
I got a spare. If he does that again, it looks like he might want to get himself a self-driving car. Because apparently you can get as up and drunk in a self-driving car as you like. Don't believe me? Ask these guys right over here.